up guys, and welcome to another episode of i-LiveWild. Today I want to dig into backpacking, more specifically the Gregory backpacks. How do you size them? How do you fit them on your back properly? How do you determine what size backpack do you need? And yeah guys, I hope this helps a lot of you out there. I know it's quite a daunting task to go buy an expensive backpack and you're not sure what size of pack you need. So I'm hoping this will help all of you out there, because it's not a fun situation being out on a mountain or out on a trail and you've got the wrong size backpack. It gets uncomfortable, your body aches every day, it just makes the whole hiking experience unpleasant. So yeah guys, stay tuned, let's get into it. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, let's get into this backpack. This right here, I've got two Baltoro Gregory backpacks sitting here and a Zulu 55 litre sitting here. The Zulu is my day pack and these are my multi-day hiking packs. That was my first generation Baltoro 75. This one here is the new generation Baltoro 75. And it's a lot more comfortable. If you haven't yet done so, go have a look at my review on this pack. It's a phenomenal backpack. I love it. It just makes life out on a trail so much easier. But nonetheless, getting into the back, in terms of fitment, you've got three main components that you have to keep in mind, or to worry about, or to just look at every time you fit your pack. So firstly, you've got your shoulder straps, nice thick padded shoulder straps. You've got your hip belt. This is your combined hip belt. So on the new generation, it's one piece that's molded to the pack. And then you've got what they call the elevator straps. Right up here, there's a small little strap that you can adjust to adjust the position of your shoulder straps. So you've got your elevators on top, shoulder strap in the middle, hip belt on the bottom. So that's the three main components that you have to look at when you guys are fitting a backpack. So yeah guys, let's get into actual fitment of this pack. Alright guys, let's get into this backpack. Let me show you guys what I mean by correct pack fitment. So as usual, if you're on the trail, get the backpack on your back, just get everything comfortable and sorted. So what I've seen a lot of guys do out on the trail is they want to start backpacks on now. It's weighed, it's heavy, you want to get your hip belt on. I understand that, but what I want to say is don't start there. I've tried this, I've tested it, it works. Don't start by your hip belt. Conventionally, normal backpackers, everybody out there, they try to get their hip belt on. Tensioning there takes the weight off of your back. And they think, okay, this is cool. Now they start setting up the rest of your backpack. But let me show you guys. Now you do that before you even touched any of your elevators or your shoulder strap settings, which can lead to wrong fitment of the backpack on your back. So prior to the hip belt, start with your shoulder straps. So if I turn sideways, I hope you guys can see, these ones are about halfway tight now. So if I loosen them all the way, have a look at the backpack, see where it's going. It's dropping down, it's going lower on my back. Where's the hip belt going? It's going even lower. Now it's even below my belt line on my pants. So that's not what you want. That's going to be super uncomfortable. Look what happens when I tighten the shoulder straps. The backpack starts lifting up to the correct space where you want it to sit. So it goes up all the way. The shoulder straps are not killing me yet. They're still very bearable. They're not too tight. I can still move. Everything is nice and loose. Now look at this, where this shoulder strap is going now. It's following from the top of my shoulder blade, the curvature of my shoulder all the way around, sitting very neatly, very snugly. And then you can't see it at the moment, but if you look at the back of a backpack, we'll take this one as an example. if your shoulder straps are all the way tightened, you are creating a V with the two shoulder straps, where if it's sitting lower, if you released all the strap tension, you're opening up the shoulder straps, where if you tighten them, you're coming in, you're closing up, you're creating a V profile here between your two straps. So what that does, the bottom of that V sits about, I'll say 50 millimeters below your C7 vertebra, which is the top one at your lower neck. And it will always sit there. It won't go any higher or lower. That's the correct position. So once you've got that sorted, now you can start looking at putting on your hip belt. It's above your waistline, above your belt line on your pants, sits decently where it's supposed to sit. Your iliac crest, which is your hip bones, the top of your hip bone is supposed to sit about 1 inch, which is 25 millimeters or so, from the top of your hip belt down. So if you open up your hip belt, you've got about that much space to work with, where the top of your hip bone, so find your hip bone, the top of it there is supposed to sit 1 inch below your hip belt. So having that all the way up there, which is correct, you can adjust your hip belt now. It's in the correct space. Your shoulder straps are fitting perfectly. Now you can start adjusting on your elevators. So going from the top, reaching up back there, grab the elevators. You can pull them to distribute the weight of your pack forwards or backwards, meaning you'll carry it on your shoulders or on your hips. So general rule of thumb, people do best when they carry more than 75% of weight on their hips. So on the trails, you guys can comfortably adjust your elevator to adjust your pack going backwards, or pull it in more into you carrying on the shoulders. What that also tends to do, your shoulder straps will lift up. It will create like a little bubble at the back of your shoulder here, taking off pressure from your shoulders. So if I loosen them, okay, the pack doesn't have weight, so it's going to be hard to demonstrate that right now, because I just stuffed it with pillows and things. But if you loosen them up nicely, it will create it will create a loop here, an aerated loop. So the shoulder strap won't follow the curvature of your shoulder. It will sit like high. So then that means the pack, the weight is being carried by your hips and not by your shoulders, and vice versa. So if you tighten there, loosen a bit here, then you shift the weight of the backpack between your shoulders and your hips. So yeah guys, that's essentially fitment of a Gregory backpack. I hope that helps. So in terms of buying the correct pack for your body, you have to measure from the top, your C7 vertebra. So it's right on top here, the first one you can like properly feel, to the top of your iliac crest, which is the top of your hip bone. So you need to pretty much measure from there. I don't know if you guys can see, but like that portion of your back. And then Gregory has got a very nice sizing guide on their website, where you can determine what is the correct size for you to buy your backpack in. So initially I bought the first generation Baltoro in a large format, thinking, okay, I can adjust it a little bit down to a medium, but the older packs has got this rigid adjustment setting, so you can't adjust too much. So I was borderline large, medium. Then the new one, I made a plan and got it into a medium, where this one is set up exactly on a medium now. Everything fits perfectly. The hip belt sits where it's supposed to sit. Everything is nice, because if your hip belt sits on your pants belt, it starts getting very uncomfortable on the trails, and it's pinching. You want full contact with your hip belt on your body. You don't want half contact anywhere. It's not supposed to make like hot spots, if that makes sense. And then also for the ladies out there, buy the gender specific bags. There is a difference. Men's hips tend to be more straight, where women's hips have more of an angle. So the bag the shoulder straps are, the hip belts are shaped to fit body profiles. So yeah guys, that's the Gregory sizing. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I hope it helps. Remember 3 things: elevator straps, shoulder straps, hip straps. Hip strap 1 inch above your iliac crest, hip bone for the normal layman's terms, and to measure for your sizing guide, you measure from your C7 to the top of your iliac. That will give you the physical size of bag that you need to buy. And I hope that helps guys. Stay tuned for more. I'll get into some more hiking tips and packing tips. We'll see you out there on the trails. I hope you guys enjoy. Stay adventurous. Cheers.